The job that almost broke me, and what it taught me about self-worth. I stayed in a job that made me feel like a problem, because I didn't know what it felt like to be safe. I told myself it was normal, that every woman in her 20s and 30s feels this way, that maybe I was just being dramatic. But if you've ever cried in a bathroom stall during your lunch break, or spiraled after a one-on-one with your manager, I want you to know this. You're not broken. You're just in a system that benefits when you doubt yourself. This isn't about quitting your job tomorrow. It's about noticing the signs you've been taught to ignore. It's about learning the difference between discomfort and actual harm. By the end of this, you'll have a clearer picture of what a toxic workplace really looks like, and how to start reclaiming your voice, even if you were not ready to walk away yet. For a while it looked fine from the outside. Good company, decent salary, cool title. Exactly what we're told to chase in our 20s and 30s. But inside, I was shrinking. I stopped speaking up in meetings. I reread every email 5 times. I said yes when I wanted to say no, because I didn't want to be that girl. My feedback was always vague. You're doing fine, just be more positive. I started questioning my instincts. I asked myself things like, did I misread that conversation? Am I being too sensitive? Maybe I just need to try harder. That's how it works. You're not yelled at. You're slowly erased. I missed birthdays. I skipped therapy. I felt tired all the time but couldn't sleep. And I still thought it was my fault. Everything changed when a friend asked, if someone you loved had your job, would you tell her to stay? I didn't answer right away, but my body did. I felt that jolt. That gut truth. I realized I was being loyal to a place that was never loyal to me. And staying to prove my worth wasn't brave. It was a trauma response. No, I didn't quit the next day. I didn't even know where to begin. But here's what I did. Slowly, gently, I stopped justifying things that made me feel small. I started writing down patterns, for myself, not for HR. I reached out to other women, just to make sure I wasn't imagining it. I gave myself permission to want something better, even without a backup plan. The real shift wasn't the job, it was how I started treating myself. Like I mattered, even if they didn't think so. I used to think walking away meant I failed. Now I know, sometimes walking away is the win. Because a toxic workplace doesn't just steal your time, it chips away at your voice, your confidence, your ability to trust yourself. So if you're in that place where everything looks fine, but feels wrong, I want you to hear this. You are not too much. You are not overreacting, and you are allowed to want peace. You don't have to burn it all down, but you do deserve to stop burning yourself out just to survive it. Here are 7 quiet signs I learned to pay attention to. You feel anxious when your boss slacks you, even if it is just, hey. You over-apologize for things that aren't actually wrong. You're praised for overworking, not for protecting your time. You've started doubting things you used to feel sure about. You dread meetings, not because you're shy, but because you feel invisible. You fantasize about getting sick, just so you can rest. You don't recognize the version of you that shows up at work anymore. If even a few of those sound familiar, it is okay to call it what it is, not healthy. This is part 1 of a deeper reset I'm doing around work, self-worth, and boundaries. Because I know I am not the only woman in her 20s or 30s who has been here. Tomorrow, I'll walk you through how I started building an exit plan, emotionally and practically. Not a 5-step guide, just a real story about how I stopped settling. If this landed with you, share it with the friend who's spiraling quietly at her desk, or the one who says, I'm fine when she clearly isn't. We don't unlearn this stuff alone. You're not behind. You're not broken. You are just waking up in a system that taught you to override your body and your worth. You don't have to fix it all today. Just notice and come back tomorrow. We'll reset together.